gentlemen, welcome to the show.
The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter.
To your union and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied.
This is Hamilton.
Aloha. This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man. Coming to you live from Chicago. No, I'm not currently on the island. I'm currently on vacation away from Hawaii. The safety in the zone of in the hot zone of the mainland United States, away from the United States of Hawaii, to basically bring you these movies out here while I'm on vacation. And yes, I'm talking about a movie today, kind of a play, but it is on Disney Plus. I'm going to talk to you about Hamilton. Now, everybody knows that this is a great film, so don't be surprised with our rating scale. Remember, shock a thumbs up. It's good to see. I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down. It's junk. I don't recommend it. And of course, for Hamilton, it is a shock a thumbs up. Since its inception on Broadway, this story of Alexander Hamilton's rise to fame from orphan to war hero, to Secretary of the Treasurer, to Vice President of the United States, working with George Washington, all the way through his marriage, his career as a lawyer and other politician, writer of the majority of the Constitution of the United States of America. Alexander Hamilton unfortunately died in a pistol duel with his political rival, Aaron Burr. Now, again, this is a shock a thumbs up. I saw it on Disney Plus, where it opened up on July 3rd. Disney went ahead and paid $75 million for the rights to put Hamilton, this award-winning Broadway play, on their streaming service. And that is the only way to go ahead and watch it, outside of buying, if you hadn't seen it on Broadway or some of the touring productions that had been done. But be warned, on most of the productions that have toured, and especially the Broadway ones, had been sold out for many, many months and cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a decent ticket, to say the least. But fortunately, thanks to Disney's investment in their streaming service at $75 million, they were able to bring a recorded Broadway production play directed by Thomas Kail, featuring the original cast from Broadway, Lin-Manuel Miranda, as Alexander Hamilton, Jonathan Groff as King George, Leslie Odom Jr. as Aaron Burr, his rival, Philippa Sue as Eliza Hamilton, his wife, and Renee Elsa Goldsberry as Angelica Schuler, Eliza Hamilton's sister, and confidant to Alexander Hamilton himself. And again, there's not much I can tell you about this. Basically, everybody in the entire world knows this is a shock a thumbs up already. So there's no great big revelations with that, other than the fact that I was able to go ahead and see it. Now, this is based on a book by Ron Chernow, based on the book Alexander Hamilton, but done in the style that mixes both hip-hop, rap, jazz, and R&B into the Broadway musical style, developed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which basically prompted him to superstar status, which is the reason why he's been able to get such fame and extra footing into movies, doing the music, the song Shiny for Moana, if you remember that one with the giant crab, also getting a co-star role in the remake or the sequel to Mary Poppins Returns, where he kind of played, kind of the, Dick Van Dyke kind of character. So all of that is very, very interesting. And, ultimately this movie is very, this play is very entertaining and quite something to see. If you hadn't had seen it before, if you have access to Disney Plus, this is of course a must to watch and see. And even especially for your children, especially in high school children, maybe anyone with political aspirations, in social studies even, to look back on, and anybody interested in American history, as this is basically the birth of our nation, told through one of the founding fathers of the country, Alexander Hamilton. And how he designed basically the American Constitution, fought in, after fighting in the American Revolution, where America succeeded from England, Great Britain, for its independence, and through the Constitution gave everyone, their rights as free citizens. And we even see some of, that, in order to get certain things passed and set up, especially with the founding of America, the economic system, he had to cut some deals, very much like today, where there was deadlock. Basically, it's kind of inferred that Alexander Hamilton had to get cooperation from the southern states in order to get the U.S. economy set up the way it was, as Alexander Hamilton, under President George Washington, the first president of the United States of America, had to make deals with the South, basically allowing slavery to continue and persist despite the Constitution, saying that all men were created equal. There being the exception, unfortunately, in the South, where this was, kind of how he had to slick the wheels to get things done. He's not proud of it in the show and whatnot. But again, all of this is, there's realistically, there's very little dialogue in this movie. It is all song and kind of through spoken word, sung through rap, etc. Very well performed by all of the actors and actresses in this movie. In this taped live performance of Alexander Hamilton from Broadway. And it's pretty historically accurate. and very intriguing. So, like I said, anybody interested in history, American history, would definitely want to take a look at this. Anybody interested in theater and plays would get a high level of not only satisfaction, but educational prowess from this. So again, it is a highly rated shock a thumbs up, not just by myself, but again, like I said, the entire world, where this play, Alexander Hamilton, has shined throughout the world. And definitely one of the greatest hits of our age. It deserves to be seen, and whether or not you like Disney Plus and its streaming service, they were able to make it possible to, for the mass audience to see, whereas even I probably wouldn't have gone to go see it just because of the high, cost of seeing it live, especially on Broadway, with the original performers, which, the touring company may not be able to provide. So it's definitely to your benefit to check it out on Disney Plus, there where it sits since July 3rd, and you will be amazed and at awe with it. The only caveat I have is that if you really don't like rap, you may not enjoy this movie. But as a historical documentary, it is very entertaining. And so if you've seen movies like Lincoln, Douglas Adams, any of the other movies that talk about, America's founding history, then this goes right up with it, and should not be missed. All right. Thank you so much. This is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man. Go ahead and check out Alexander Hamilton if and whenever you can on Disney Plus streaming. It is definitely a sight to see. All right. Thank you so much. This is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, heading back to home of Hawaii here soon. So don't you worry. I'll be giving you some updates from there when I get back. All right. Thank you so much, and aloha.